Welcome to the Alytx App walkthrough. In this video, I'm going to teach you how to use the Alytx App and will answer any questions you may have about the platform. The first thing you'll want to do is download the app. If you have an iPhone, visit the App Store. If you have an Android, visit Google Play. Search for Alytx, Alytx, and download the app. Once downloaded, you may select it and start the login process. To log in, enter the login credentials that were sent to you. Enter the company data key, your username, your password, and agree to the terms and conditions. Hit Login, and you will be taken to the Alytx homepage. Once logged in, you will see any client files you are working with on the homepage. If you are working with multiple clients in Alytx, you can use the search function on this page. Search in the client code you want to find, and it will easily show up for you to select. To add a client to your Alytx homepage, click the plus icon in the top right corner. In the search bar, enter the client referral ID provided to you and select Search. Once you see the name of the person you are looking for, select Yes, and you should now see the client file on your homepage. You may see the settings of the Alytx app by selecting the gear icon in the top right corner. Here, you can change your password, see the app version number, and may log out. The bottom toolbar of the homepage has various functions. Select View Timesheets to see shift records from staff that have been logged. To view a client calendar and client reminders, you may select View Calendar or View Reminders on this bottom toolbar. You can also book appointments from the homepage. Select Book Appointment to bring up a separate window. Here, you can put in the client name, the service and service code, and the provider name. You can also put in the start date and time, and the end date and time. For this example, let's say the client had a doctor's appointment on December 17th from 10:35 to 11:55. Select Schedule. Upon returning to the calendar, you can see our new appointment made, and you may select it to pull up its details in the calendar. If you want to access a client file, simply select it from the home page. Upon selection, you are taken to the client file page. Here is where you can track activities and presentations, view a client's history, and make notes for a particular client. If you are looking to find a particular activity or presentation, you may use the search feature at the top of the screen. Simply search the activity or presentation you are hoping to find and select it. The top toolbar of the client file page controls what you are seeing. You can easily switch between activities, presentations, notes, and the calendar view. Appointments made will show up on the calendar tab, and you can click on those appointments to get additional details. To track an activity or presentation, select Track. Let's say we want to track spitting for this demo client. We would first make sure we have selected Presentations in the top toolbar. Upon finding spitting, we would select Track. That will bring up a separate window with required fields to fill out. You will choose how you responded to the presentation based on the drop-down selection options. You will also select the start date and the start time of the presentation that occurred. There is also a space for you to provide additional notes should it be necessary. Select Save, upon which the presentation will be successfully tracked. There may be times when you are tracking a presentation on an ongoing basis. Alytx gives you the option to track activities and presentations that don't have an end time established yet. Let's look at threat of harm as an example. Select Track to bring up this presentation. We can select a start time for this presentation when it originally occurs, and save the presentation without entering an end time. When the threat of harm, in this case, has stopped, you can re-enter this presentation view by clicking Finish. Enter in the end time, and then save the presentation. Tracking an activity follows a similar process. Go to the Activities tab in the toolbar and find the activity you want to track. Select Track to bring up a separate window. For activities, you will select the level of independence the activity was completed at based on the drop-down selections. Similar to presentations, you may select the start date and start time of the activity you are tracking, and you may also provide additional notes for context. For certain activities, you will also be able to track the pain and fatigue associated with the given activity. Select Save to finalize the tracking of the activity. Alytx also allows you to see the full history of activities and presentations that have been tracked. Simply select History in the bottom right corner of the app to see this. You may also enter notes that might be helpful to yourself or for other members working with the client using Alytx. Go to the Notes tab in the toolbar and select the plus icon in the top right corner to add a new note. You may select the type of note and may enter your message in the box below. You can also choose how long you want that note to be available for by clicking the Share box. All team members using Alytx on a client file may keep track of their shifts through the app. Go to the Activities tab. On Tracked Activities, you will see headings such as CM Travel, RT Travel, RT Direct, or RT Planning. You may use these options to track the travel time taken to see a client, the planning time taken to prep for a client visit, or you may use the direct option to track full shifts you have with a client. These scores are important in dictating compliance scores for team members using Alytx. That concludes the Alytx app walkthrough training video. Please don't hesitate to contact a key metrics representative if you have further questions.